Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida's offense is on the field for the first time today. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hines on the move. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying to get to it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it at the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Florida State's offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
And the Noles want to move quickly. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. from the gun. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Design quarterback runs, there's so many of them, so many ways to do it. But either way, it's about getting that extra blocker and getting a dynamic athlete. These quarterbacks are all dynamic athletes. They're basically running backs now playing quarterback, trying to get them in space. And you can see he does the rest. He can chew up those yards quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. On the move, it's Sanders. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting a run, not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, sunshade situation. You've got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held it to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
This offense has a second down play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season, like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Still on, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Slips a tackle. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And what a nice play.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to ULM. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He uncorks one deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, no. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's looking to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll fire to his right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, I think such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. stumbled to the ground. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Noles want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason.
Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it down the right side.
And man, this guy's showing you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO fire complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Florida! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida 28, Florida State 10.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll throw it on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. And the quickly to the line. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On third down, going up top. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing.
Going deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Gator. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Makes the score. Florida 35, Florida State 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give on the inside. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
At the 35, he's loose. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Connection to the right. Running toward the tape. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Coming after it. Got rid of it just in time. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Makes the score. Florida 42, Florida State 17.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is the...
And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants it all. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Trying to find his man on first down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gator. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Motion from the offense. Give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Bringing it back, it's Sanders. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these two teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick off.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And here comes the offense on second down. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the ground with the back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. After the missed connection, it's second down. The run from the shotgun.
Running back, the ball carrier. Tackle is made at the 43. It's third down.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to move it through the air. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That's reeled in. It's Sanders. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wide out in motion. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Noles will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll try the run. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top. He caught it. Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to pass it.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Running it back, it's Sanders. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They're trying to get to it. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Buys a little time. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanders. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. 1st down here for the offense.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of the...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. On the run, it's Murphy. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Puts him in the spinner and moves on. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
He'll turn it loose out to the right. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got him downfield. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Wolf. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll heave it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Noles will punt it away on 4th down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fired. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. quarterback changing the plays at the line. Gets it out fast.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gators are on the move. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, they're going to RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Caught in the backfield. It's Sanders. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's knocked down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Getting some heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it. No chance to run, but still a good game.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. finds his big tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Slips away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fountain. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He got it. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking again to throw. Scrambling away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the standings, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets him.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, just keeps firing. Got it! Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Touch pass on the right. Jumped on top of the pile. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, a pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. A 1st down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other.